Hello, Astro friends. This is Melanie again, here today on the 28th of December. And it's not about the week, it's about the 12 days of Christmas that are going on. We're on the fourth day of Christmas, as we are also linking with the energy of Cancer as well as with Sagittarius. Yes, the 12 days of Christmas also have to do with the zodiac. That's what prompted me to record every day a video for that sign, for the energy of that sign of the zodiac that the 12 days of Christmas is about, with a outlook for 2023. So we have reached Cancer. We are reaching Cancer tonight. Still sort of in a Gemini to Cancer vibe, as well as Sagittarius. The Cancer energy, in my sense and in my home, had a lot to do with coming back to the home post Christmas. Basically, also lots of clearing, lots of beautiful Christmas clearing, clearing new space for especially the new moon. No, not the new moon, but the moon in Aries, which has such a vibe of newness to it, tomorrow. So today the moon is in Pisces, also watery, and tomorrow the moon will go into Aries and meet Jupiter. So this will be, in my sense, the actual New Year's energy, because the new moon, I say it again, the moon activates the crescent moon after the new moon we had in Capricorn on the 23rd. So that crescent moon, we hopefully see her in the evening, as it's kind of clear today for a change. And so the moon is waxing its crescent, and she is connecting with Jupiter for the first time since Jupiter fully entered Aries, which is all about newness, stepping forward. Today is more like a release energy still, with the moon in Pisces. Speaking of Pisces, speaking of the moon, yes, Cancer is ruled by the moon. And so we have here this double feature around a strong lunar energy today. Moon and Neptune come together, and tomorrow a whole different energy with the moon and Jupiter. So what's with Cancer for the year 2023, and also in the last few years? Really important to know a bit the context, because Cancer and also all the cardinal signs have been so much affected by Pluto in Capricorn since 2008. So Pluto is slowly coming out of Capricorn, going into Aquarius for the first time next year, 2023, March 25 until June 11th, and then fully from January 20th, 2024 on for the following 20 years. So Cancer has been a lot affected by Pluto in Capricorn, in opposition, in relationships with people, in personal, private, home, ancestral relationships, but also in, this is so sweet because a hummingbird is just showing up on my balcony. That tells me we're a little bit still in a Gemini energy, but Cancer is coming in. Sweet Cancer. And so Pluto, what's with Pluto? Pluto representing powers of change and powers of evolution, but also the shadow of power structures. Capricorn rules institutions, what I call the old empire, old hierarchies, patriarchal hierarchies, governmental hierarchies. All of these shadows have come up so much in the last years, and especially in the year 2020, when it was not just Pluto in Capricorn, but also Saturn and Jupiter. And Cancer, on the other end, could have felt like quite overwhelmed by all of the stuff. Nothing is stable, nothing is safe, everything is up for grabs, everything is up for change, and Cancer doesn't really like that, right? Especially when being overpowered and maybe literally being affected by big changes around family and home. So lots to process and maybe lots to grieve, and hopefully not getting stuck in the past, which can happen for Cancer. So Pluto also calls out shadow. So not just trying to turn back the clock, not possible. Time and life goes on. And how can we make the best out of these changes? While also, that would be Capricorn, right? While also being kind and gentle to ourselves and to those affected by the changes. That's the Cancer compassionate side. So this phase with Pluto opposing your Cancerian sun, moon, rising, whatever it may be, comes to a close, comes to a conclusion. That might be like a relief, but you would have changed so much. And what is coming in, that's sort of what's old and sort of rolling out. But what is new? What's new is Jupiter in Aries will square Cancer. So it's a push, a shift, actually a very beneficial one that kicks you into the new you, and also in presence rather than being in your memories and being in your always trying to go a little bit back rather than forward. So Aries wants you to be present, wants you to show up, wants you to be brave, and also to step forward into the new. So that will be a bit of a turbulent beginning of the year for Cancer until Jupiter is out of Aries, which will be on May 16th. Then Jupiter will be in Taurus in sextile with Cancer, which is quite a lovely aspect and very favorable and beneficial. So this can also really help you find new ground and really enjoy nature and feel regenerated there, right? So this bodes well for a beautiful mid-spring to until the rest of the year and into 2024 also for Cancer. And then we have, in the meantime, Mars still in Gemini, but going into Cancer. Mars, the ruler of Aries, goes into Cancer. And that happens every 2 years because Mars has a 2-year cycle. So Mars will be in Cancer from March 25th till May 20th. The last time was in spring 2021. And especially April. So Mars in Cancer also is at the beginning of the Aries season. So the whole Aries season in combination with Mars in Cancer can be quite a turbulent, if not stressful, time for Cancer. So how can you channel that energy rather than being sort of feeling kind of attacked in a way, which can happen with Mars, or feeling like you don't get your needs met, you're banging your head against the wall, you're trying, but you're going in circles. You can't, because Cancer energy is not very direct and not so much confrontational and not so forward, very sensitive. So being either very sensitive regarding one's own feelings and needs or also about others. So feeling like, oh, I can't ask them to do that. I can't really confront them. What am I going to do? But I'm so mad and this is what I really want, right? This can happen with Cancer. Cancer Mars, right? And Mars is traditionally considered in fall in Cancer, in the least favorable place for the warrior, because now it's like a warrior is in the house and not out there on the battlefield. So I hope this also, you take good care of yourself, of your health, your wellness, because it can also make you homebound. If you don't, if you overdo it, then it might be important to be very gentle and caring while at home. It's also a good time to do home work on the home, like renovations or anything that makes your home more even cozier nest than it already is. Then Mars basically in Cancer until May 20th. So Then we have Pisces is coming in stronger via Saturn. And Pisces is in trine in a very favorable, friendly relationship with Cancer. All water signs are. So as Saturn goes into Pisces on March the 7th in Pisces season, actually on the day of the Virgo Pisces full moon. It will be in trine with the Cancer Sun, Moon, Ascendant, whatever it may be you have for 3 years. Saturn is in Pisces for the full time with a little bit of an excursion into Aries, but for the full time that will be till Valentine's 2026, so 3 years almost. And in trine with the Cancer energy can be actually stabilizing, can be helpful for you to have a good grounding and a good boundaries also, especially in the first year. The first year, like 2023, Saturn is in the first 10 degrees of Pisces, which have a Cancer undertone. So there's a connection there. And that can be about good boundaries regarding your home, regarding your family, but also maybe re-establishing yourself while letting go of an old way of being, which can be physical, which can be literal, but it can be also completely energetic and spiritual, especially with the Pisces dynamic. So letting go of something that is for you feels safe or feels natural vibration that you know, but it doesn't work anymore, right? So Saturn says there's a closure here. Closure is needed, and maybe boundaries. Maybe it can be channeled into better dynamics, but maybe you also need to walk/swim away from what you are not anymore. And Saturn will teach us a lot about that. And with the Pisces Cancer dynamic, it should be actually quite a opportunities in that also to grow, maybe also to grow up and not be in your child mode or into your very strong family orientation, even if it is toxic, which is like Saturn in Pisces helps us get out of toxic energies. And but at the same time, it can be a good time to reestablish yourself, right? With people where there is really a beautiful resonance. Saturn in early Pisces is on what I call also the resonance point. So when you resonate with people, things are in flow and we feel like there's good vibes happening. So this is a testing phase with Saturn in Pisces. More about that when I talk about Pisces. But we're still here with the Cancer sign. And then what I also noticed is the what you can also channel your energy, your Cancerian energy into, always and especially needed and very timely when Saturn is in Pisces, into compassion for all sentient beings, especially the ones suffering from all the impact on the atmosphere and the climate, and lots of beings are really threatened here. And what can you do? How can you be of support? How can you be of compassion? What can you do? And and also it would be about the being in nature and honoring nature, being in honoring the goddess, right? So the other piece I noticed in terms of water, the water signs and the water element is we're quite in a watery 2-year phase when it comes to the Chinese cycles of the year. So we're still in the grips of the fierce water tiger since last February it was, I think, and it goes on until January 21st, which will be the second new moon after winter solstice, which is always the eve of the Chinese New Year. So, and then we move into the yang, we come out of the yang, um, tiger. Tiger is by nature masculine, polarized, and we come to the yin water, rabbit. After tiger comes rabbit. So rabbit being rather sweet and very what's the word? The energy that's very abundant, right? It's a lot about abundance, and where can you be in a vibration of abundance? So as far as I understand, the rabbit also has an association with Pisces, while the tiger has an association with Aquarius. So it is in this case synced with the energy with the zodiac sign that Saturn is in. So let's see what the water rabbit brings, and I'll look more into that and do a special feature on that, and it will be Chinese New Year's blog post. And in the meantime, I guess I leave it with this and do other indoor things in my cozy Cancer sweater while it's actually a beautiful clear evening before it's supposed to rain again tomorrow. So hope that spoke to you with your Cancer sides, and tomorrow we go into Leo. See you then and have a lovely evening. Bye.